Hey, Clint Bolton back with another Tab Touch preview for round 6 of the Premier League this season. It's been an unpredictable start for tipsters, but amongst the unpredictability, there are a couple of consistencies. Both Manchester teams flying at the top of the table with exactly the same record. 5 games, 4 wins, 1 draw, 16 goals scored and only 2 against. And at the other end of the table, Crystal Palace just keep on losing. 5 games in, 5 losses, and 0 goals scored. Something has to change for them very soon. Now to the tips for this week. In our first match, both sides coming off a 0-0 draw last week, makes for an interesting read. Tottenham home form has been poor, but on the road is where they've had wins so far this season. So going to West Ham won't be easy. West Ham have started to find a little bit of form, but Tottenham, fresh from that draw at home against Swansea, should get the result here. Burnley against Huddersfield will be another tight one. Both teams sitting on 8 points. Burnley have scored a few more goals. Huddersfield have conceded less. Should be a tough contest, this one, but I give Burnley the edge because they're at home. Now, Everton have been really dire in the last 4 weeks, but they have played tough opposition, so I give them a little bit of leeway. Against Bournemouth, who have come off their first win for the season, won't be tough opposition, but if Everton are to get something going, they'll have to do it this week. Man City just keep on flying, just rolling over teams. 11 goals in the last 2 games. And against Crystal Palace, and we know their situation at the moment, rock bottom of the table. This one, if Man City don't get all 3 points, I mightn't be back next week. Now to Southampton, Man United. Man United, again, scoring goals for fun. They have a habit of scoring a lot of late goals, which is good signs. 9 of their 16 goals have come within the last 10 minutes of matches. And another good sign for them is that the goals are being spread around. 7 different goal scorers so far for Man United. Southampton have had a solid start so far. Will prove tough opposition, but Man United should continue their role. Now Chelsea, fresh from that 0-0 draw against Arsenal, have been in very good form so far this season, apart from round 1 where they lost to Burnley at home, but on the road to Stoke, who have only won 2 of 18 matches against Arsenal in the Premier League. Should prove too tough a competition. Chelsea should get the job done. Now to Swansea-Watford. Swansea will get confidence out of their 0-0 draw against Tottenham last week. Watford absolutely got snapped by Man City, 6 goals against. This one, you should see a reaction from Watford, who have been good up until last week. So they travel to Swansea. This will be another tight one. I predict a draw in this match. Now the next one, this is the one that's going to be the hardest to tip all week. I've gone with Leicester at home, but not much separates these 2 teams. Coming off similar results last week, both teams concede a lot of goals. This is a real issue for Leicester and Liverpool. They concede just under 2 goals per match so far this season. I'm leaning towards Leicester because during the week, Leicester defeated Liverpool in the EPL Cup match. So Leicester the slight edge, but who knows what will happen in this one. The next match, 2 newly promoted teams, Brighton and Newcastle. Newcastle had 2 wins against Brighton last season in the Championship. That should give them good confidence going into this one. But Brighton, their last home match was an excellent result, so I think they'll be strong again at home. It'll be a tight contest. Newcastle on a very good roll, sitting 4th on the table after the first 2 losses in their first 2 rounds. So they're on a good upward surge, but this will be a tight match. The last match of the round, both these teams, Arsenal and West Brom, coming off 0-0 results last week. Arsenal, should have too much firepower for West Brom. And with Alexis Sanchez back playing and scoring goals for Arsenal, that's great signs. Expect goals in this one from Arsenal and a comfortable win. Now this week's Tabs Touch special, place a correct score bet on selected Premier League matches this weekend, and if you pick the correct match result, but the wrong score line, it's money back up to $50. My multi for this weekend is Man City to win, Arsenal to win, and Brighton Newcastle to draw. That's it from me this week. Enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you again next week. Good luck, and remember to gamble responsibly.